Hello again, tactical YouTubers. Dub here. I just wanted to make a quick video on the KA-BAR TDI. I've decided that on my channel, when I review knives, especially knives that have been reviewed by 100 other people here on YouTube, I'm not going to go into a bunch of technical specs. If you want all that, there's plenty of other great people with great videos on this knife about that. But I will hit the main points about the knife. This, of course, is the original KA-BAR TDI with the drop point blade, plain edged. It's got a 2 5/16 inch long blade, making it 5 5/8 inches overall. The website reads this at 5.6 ounces. But it doesn't feel heavy to me. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels quite good in the hand. This is a AUS 8A blade. Okay, and it came from the factory marginally sharp. I mean, it's not the sharpest blade I've ever gotten, but it done well enough. If you see the blade here, it's marked KA-BAR on this side, with the TDI logo in the middle here. And on the other side, of course, it's 1480, made in Taiwan. It's got the Zytel handles. They feel really good in the hand. You feel like you got a hold of something with this knife, and I really like that. Overall, I really enjoy this knife. It's a great little knife, but there are a couple of things that I have problems with, and the first thing I have problems with is this edge right here. If you look at this edge right here, they could have rounded that off a little bit, because when you get a grip on this thing, that edge pokes right into your finger, and if you're really getting a strong positive grip on this knife, it really digs into your finger. When I got this knife, I actually was doing some quick thrust jabs into some cardboard, and just that cut my finger. I mean, you can see the mark there on my finger just from holding this knife for just a few seconds. It really digs into your finger, and I don't like that. But because I carry this knife inside the waistband on my offhand side into the reversed grip, boom, like this is how I draw it, that edge is away from my finger, as you can see there, and doesn't cause trouble. I've done some good thrust jabs into some cardboard in this grip, and everything was fine. So overall, it's not a huge problem, but I would like to see them round this edge off here just a little bit. My other problem comes with the sheath. This is the sheath it comes with. This sheath is approximately, let me get my tape here and we will measure it and see exactly what it is. It is about 2 1/4 inches wide and about 3 1/2 inches tall. This sheath is comfortable inside the waistband. I barely notice I have it on. The sheath itself, I really don't have a problem with. The knife fits in there really securely. It's got this nice little groove here so you can push off to get the knife out, which I like. The knife fits fairly securely. I mean, you can hear it move in there, but it's not going anywhere. So the sheath itself, I'm not upset with. The sheath, for a size comparison here, it's about the same size as your typical credit card. If you want a size comparison, just pull out a credit card, and that tells you how big the sheath is and what's going to have to be going down your pants to hold this knife. But my problem comes with the clip. Okay, if you look at the clip here, there's a pretty big gap, which I like because this part all has to go inside your pants. And it's got this nice groove there to hold it on the belt. I like that. But my problem comes right here. If you can pick it up, this right here is a little rubber donut that is the separator between the belt clip and the sheath to create the proper space needed between the two. This is already starting to wear out on me on some of them, and I haven't had this knife but about 3 weeks. That should be a steel spacer. There's just no way around it. When you're paying $40 for a knife, or upwards, the bigger ones I'm sure have the same problem. That should be a steel spacer. There's just no doubt about it. And I plan on at some point going to my local hardware store and picking up see if I can find something that will match that in steel to fix that problem. But it won't be long with wearing this every day that those rubber washers are going to crack and break and tear apart. So that bothers me quite a bit. But I have been carrying this knife every day for 3 weeks now. And I do love the added security it gives me on my offhand side for weapon retention. That's the knife's primary purpose, is if someone's going for my gun, I would trap their hand with my strong hand and pull this out and, use it to get them off my gun. I also love this because, say my right hand is out of commission, it's grabbed, it's been shot, it's been cut off, whatever. I've got a quick way to get to some type of defense on my offhand side, which I love that. But it rides comfortably in my pants. Overall, I love the knife. There's just, a couple little problems that I have with it. It could be, specific to this particular knife. I don't know. If anybody else is out there having those problems or have this knife, let me know if you have these problems. But overall, I give this knife a strong B. It's not a B plus. I'd give it a strong B. If they fix those problems, I'd have to bring it up to A because it is very functional. The blade steel doesn't have to be great because I don't use this for anything other than self-defense. So, the blade's going to stay sharp because I don't use this to cut open boxes or, anything like that. This is strictly for self-defense. So that blade won't go dull if I never use it until I need to. But anyway, that's the KA-BAR TDI. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next time. Be careful out there. Arrivederci.